Greetings and welcome to the Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team video, where today I'm reviewing the new Tomb World box for Season 2 of Kill Team. But before we go into things, thanks goes to Games Workshop for providing this to review for free. As always, I aim to be honest, impartial and constructively critical. And please remember to like and subscribe as well as comment. Let me know what you thought of today's video if you found it useful and helpful. Remember, I've got a Discord you can check out for free in the episode description below, an affiliate link at Games, an affiliate link and Discord code at Crossfire Games, and a Patreon if you want to give me some more support. But yeah, let's get on with today's video. So today I'm going over Tomb World. This is the brand new box for the 3rd edition of Kill Team, and it's the start of Season 2. So Vocus was Season 1, Tomb World is Season 2, and we've got a new Killzone. So I'm going to go over the box first. So starting off, the box is huge. As you can see, it's like really big. If you remember, Gallowdark was like especially huge. This is bigger. It's a very big box, and as you can see, we've got the Deathwatch and the Necrons on the front. Going on the back, it shows you what's inside, the tokens, the board, the terrain, the kill teams, and cards within. So you do get a lot of stuff. Notably, there is no core rulebook, and there is no approved OPS card pack, and there is no equipment pack. That's all separate. So if you were thinking this was similar to Vocus, like the original starter set, this wouldn't be the same. So you are still missing stuff. So if you're a new player going into this, you still won't have the starter rulebook, so like the core rulebook, so you'll need that to play. But otherwise, you come with everything else, and yeah, you don't get any dice or tokens and that kind of stuff. Opening the box, you have a ton of sprues. Like, there are so many sprues, which is good. And then here is the Deathwatch Kill Team sprue. So it's effectively two of the sprues are, two of the sprues are doubled, and then you've got 2 unique sprues. So you do get 10 full Deathwatch Marines, but can't build everyone. And then here's the Necron Kill Team, so the Canoptek Circle. You get all the Canoptek Warriors and then a separate sprue for the Cryptek who leads it. Like hinting that when they are no longer in Kill Team, that will be broken up separately. Then you do also get 10 Necron Warriors and 3 bases of Scarabs, but this is more for the narrative content of the game. And then you get all the Tomb World terrain. So there's like 4 or 8 sprues of Tomb World terrain, and then you've got a 9th sprue, which you can see on top, which is the Scatter terrain, which hopefully will be sold with this terrain set when it's made available to purchase separately. Then you've got the game board inside, so this is the same size as the Gallowdark board, but designed specifically for Tomb World. And then inside, beneath that, you've got a card folder and bases, and inside that card folder, you've got the Tomb World dossier, the tokens for both kill teams, cards for both kill teams, as well as narrative cards and instructions for how to build everything. So it's quite a loaded box. Now, going over the kill teams quickly, I will have their own dedicated videos, so I'll be going through them more in depth. So if you want to see those will be on the channel. Now, starting off with the Deathwatch, the fan favorite, they're very thematic, right? They're good. They're really good. You can only field 5, but they can all effectively do 2 actions when they counteract. They can do 1 action for free and then a 1 AP counteract. They're all sergeants, right? So they're all +1 wound. And you have no fixed leader. You don't have to take a fixed leader. They're very flexible. They get special issue ammunition. They have very powerful equipment and operatives. So if you were wondering if they would be quite weak or vulnerable being 5 operatives, no, they are very good. Very good. They're almost a 1-box kill team. You will need 1 more Gravis if you want to have every operative. So, you know, if you can, buy 1 heavy intercessor like I did. But they are a very fun and powerful and dominating kill team, which are very likely to be seen everywhere. They have very powerful ploys, abilities, operatives. They are, in my opinion, the best elite kill team. They are probably one of the best kill teams in the game. They're very good, very thematic, and you will have a lot of fun playing them, and they will be everywhere. But they are very good, and it is finally nice to have a kill team for the Kill Team game, so kill teams can finally play in Kill Team, you know, the game with Kill Team. But it's a very good Deathwatch kill team. Then you've got the Canoptek Circle. Now, the Canoptek Circle are very interesting. So they have this thing called this Canoptek Nexus. So they have 3 markers, which can be within a maximum of 6 inches of each other. And then when they're within range of each other, they kind of form this pyramid. And while you're within the pyramid, you get lots of buffs, namely +1 APL, and all your weapons get accurate too. And also it triggers a lot of other abilities. So you're kind of staging around this nexus, and then you have you mainly have 3 operatives, right? You're an 8-operative kill team, but you have 3 operatives. You have the Canoptek leader, who is very powerful, very good, and then you have 2 giant, basically Canoptek gun turrets. You have one with a Gauss blaster and one like what I like to call the Shadow Realm gun. So if it hits you and doesn't kill you, you roll off. Well, if you roll 2d6 and it's higher than your opponent's wound characteristics, they're just removed, so it just deletes them. It has no piercing, and it is only 5 attacks, 5-6 damage, hit on 4s. But remember, when you're inside the Canoptek Nexus, it's got accurate too, and as long as you put enough damage through, you're going to blow people away. Now, this kill team does require more finesse, but they are excellent elite hunters. They're really good at messing up elite kill teams, partly because they have the Shadow Realm gun. You know, as long as you knock someone down to like 6 wounds, my gosh, they disappear. Everyone disappears. It's hilarious. But it is not as good into horde teams, but it's a very interesting team. You've got 2 other Canoptics. You've got like a medic Canoptek, you've got a comms Canoptek, and then you've got 3 basic Canoptek warriors who are expendable. So for the kill up, you're 5 operatives, even though you're an 8-operative kill team, and they can come back once per strategy phase. So you can bring 1 back. So you're kind of incentivized to throw at least 1 away every turning point, because it's only enough benefit to you. Now, they are a lot harder to play than the Deathwatch, but as I said, they excel into elites, and they are a 1-box kill team. You will never need to like buy any more. The 3 warriors can be either given Gauss or effectively Tesla guns, but as long as you just build them all the same and then tell your opponent which guns you're using every game, there's no need to buy any more. So it's really nice that we've got at least 1 full one box kill team, which is really nice. Now, going over the new Killzone, we have Killzone Tomb World. Now, there's nothing, it looks great, right? So the connections are a bit better. If you remember from Gallowdark before, it was a bit tight. And you still have to be careful here. So when you're building and painting stuff, you kind of want to file down the connectors a little bit and mask them off so they don't get layered with paint, but just the plug-in system. There's no plug and cap like you had with Gallowdark, so it fits a lot better. The doors are a bit finicky, but they just basically either have doors or lightning fields to show if they're open, and you just push them out if they're open. But otherwise, it's effectively Gallowdark. Like, as you can see on the screen, it effectively uses all the rules as Gallowdark. It's just a reskinned Gallowdark. Not to say it's just Gallowdark, it does have some interesting additions. So going on to the next page, it shows you basically all the same principles, how hatchway fights work. Even though it's not a hatchway, it's just called a hatchway because otherwise they didn't want it to be called like Necron Way or like a sarcophagus door, which I really appreciate. I like standardization, so this is really nice. And then here's some of the new stuff. So if you played Gallowdark in the last edition, you'd be remembering that they've basically brought back breachable walls. So on all the maps you have breach points. So when they're closed, you know, they're just solid walls, but when they're open, that breach wall must be removed. So you have to, you know, push through the hole like the Kool-Aid man, like, oh yeah. Its access point is accessible and insignificant terrain. Its access point is also exposed terrain, so it means only the walls from the left and right side actually provide cover. So even if you think you're in the middle and your like base is covered by that wall where the hole is, the hole in the wall, you're not in cover, so you have to be on the side. And then you've got breach. So for 2 action points, open or close breach points that this access point is within this operative's control range. An operative that has the words breach marker, grenadier, or mine on its data card, or has a weapon with the piercing 2 or piercing crits 2 weapon rule, excluding weapons that have blast or the torrent weapon rule, can perform this action for 1 less AP to a minimum of 1, but it cannot do so during an activation in which it perform a charge or shoot action, or vice versa. So you can't breach then shoot, right? You can only do 1 or even charge. Roll 1d6 separately for each operative that's on the other side of the access point and that has an access point within its control range. On a 4-up, subtract 1 from the operative's APL stat until the end of its next activation and inflict damage on it equal to the result halved, rounding up. So you're doing 1 to 3 damage, which is nice. So effectively, you know, it's 2 AP to breach, or if you basically just have a melter gun or some kind of grenade, you blow up for 1 action point, which is really useful, effectively turning point 1, not so great turning point 2, but it's useful, and you cannot perform this action while within control range of an enemy operative or if that breach point is open. So just very simple to open these. It's 2 action points to open it if you're not special, 1 otherwise if you are, and then you can just do stuff. It's nice. It's a interesting way to add elements to Galadark. Then you've got your teleport pads. So there are 2 teleport pads on the map. They are exposed, insignificant, and vantage terrain. Only one operative can be on it at once, and while the operative is on it, the operative cannot touch the ground. In other words, it cannot be both on the teleport pad and on the kill zone floor, as demonstrated in the very handy picture, which I appreciate and find hilarious. So it does show you have to be wholly on the pad, and I think it does fit up to 50 mil bases, so everyone can fit on. From the start of the second turning point, whenever a friendly operative is on the teleport pad, performs a charge, fallback, or reposition action, you can teleport it. If you do, don't move it. Instead, remove it from the kill zone and set it back up on the other teleport pad. It must still fulfill the requirements for that action, otherwise it cannot teleport. E.g., if it's a charge action, the operative must finish an action with the control range of an enemy operative. If another operative is on the other teleport pad when an operative teleports, swap them around. If it's an enemy, the opponent chooses where they go. So basically, teleport a Rooney, right? And the interesting thing is, if you charge from the pad, you basically have to charge someone effectively within control range of the pad where you can finish. So you can't just, like, unfortunately, charge from with the other teleport pad onto the other one to charge. It's a weird teleporter. So it's quite interesting, nothing too crazy, but there's ways to, like, not abuse it. But what you can do is, like, if you're free APL, you can dash onto the pad, then teleport, so you have some kind of counterplay. But you have to respect these pads because they do change the game a bit. And then you've got sarcophagus and debris, which is all light terrain. So even though it looks heavy, it's all light. So you've just got light scatter, which is pretty interesting. Then for the close quarters tomb world, as you can see, each room in the kill zone is entirely surrounded by tomb world wall terrain features, and where necessary, kill zone edges. And then it just shows you how it works out in the map. You've got guard, which is unchanged from the core rulebook, so you can still do guard as normal. Hatchway fight is completely unchanged, so this completely works. So remember, if you're a new player, going on guard in Galadark, well, in condensed environments, you can spend an action point to go on guard if you haven't done a shoot action, or if you can shoot twice, you've shot once, then you can go on guard, and then you can interrupt after any enemy operative's action. So then you can do a fight or shoot, or point blank shoot. And then hatchway fights, so if you're not in control range of an enemy operative and in control or touching a hatchway, you can fight someone within 2 inches of the hatchway. So all unchanged there. But otherwise, yeah, it's effectively Galadark with more scatter. Now, there are maps in here which I'll get into in a bit, but for the competitive maps, those are in the Approved Ops 2025 card pack, so I won't be covering them there. But it's a fun reskin of Galadark, made a bit more interesting because of these breach points and how it works. I do actually like how the doors are better, right? The fact they don't swing open helps so much. You just pop them out and it clears out a lot of issues. It's a very fun kill zone. I'm enjoying it so far, but I need to play it more. I do like the addition of scatter. It helps a lot. I would have liked at least 2 pieces heavy, just because there's so much seek light in the game, but regardless, it's great. Now, going on to the joint ops content, this is like the narrative kind of stuff of the core book, well, of Tomb World. So you've got missions, kill team selection. So with joint ops, you can either like play this with a friend, so you and your friend could play as the Deathwatch, or you could have a fun mode where you're playing as the Necrons, trying to kill these invading Deathwatch, these dastardly Deathwatch. But mainly it's you versus the Necrons, and it goes the threat level 3, well, like grade 0, 1, 2, and 3. And then you've also got the event cards, which are in the box, which show what's going on, and you can play event cards as a strategic gambit every turning point to kind of add more, variety and surprise to your games of joint ops and narrative play. So then the core rulebook goes over threat principle again, MPO and reinforcements, kind of repeating what happened in the core rulebook, but this is really good, especially if you're just buying this box. It means you don't need to buy the core rulebook if you're not playing Kill Team competitively. If you just want to play this for fun in the narrative way, you can do so without having to invest anymore. And then it goes over the MPO data card. So you've got the Canoptek Scarab Swarm and the Necron Warriors. You also have data cards for the Tomb World Crawler and the Macro Site. You don't have anything else. Like, I was expecting some more Necron stuff, but it looks like they're saving it for something else, I presume. Then they go over the 6 missions. So you've got Shifting Labyrinth, Demolition, like how the Killzone changes a bit. Demolition Protocol, where you're trying to blow up stuff. Recover Transponder, where you're trying to basically recover a transponder. Destroy Sarcophagus, where you're basically trying to destroy the sarcophagus to halt the regeneration of the Necron warriors. Then you've got Scout Subcrit, where you're just like, scouting the area, trying to scout ahead for your future endeavors. And then you've got Regroup, where things haven't been going too well, or they've been going amazingly, and now you're regrouping to do the final push. Then they've got more adversary ops of the tomb world map. So this is when you do PvP. So if you wanted to do kind of more of a story element where the Canoptek Circle are in their tomb world being attacked by the Deathwatch with NPO enforcements to kind of represent how it would work. And then in the book, you've also got the tomb world map key, as you can see on the screen there. Then you've got the narrative map. So these aren't the ones used in competitive play, which is kind of a shame. I mean, some are pretty good, some are not great. Like map 4 is joint ops only. The rest are pretty good. So you've got 6, and the other 2 are unfortunately joint ops only, but they are very neat maps. And then as you can see, you've got the tomb world reference overleaf. So it's like that weird Future Gallowdark, like where we saw in season 2. So if you open that up, at the back, it'll flip open and show you the key. So if you're trying to quickly assemble a board, you can do so without trying to figure out which piece is which is very nice. So for the Kill Team Tomb World overview, I think it's an amazing box. I really didn't think Games Workshop would be able to one-up themselves after Typhon for the Tyrannid box that we just had, but this is amazing. Now, while I would have liked maybe some more stuff, the fact we get basically a reskinned and more up-to-date Gallowdark terrain set, which is themed around Necrons, is amazing. They continue with the narrative focus with adding Necron warriors and a lot of content for you to play through narratively, either with the joint ops, playing with a friend, or playing more narratively against a friend, trying to represent how this box would play more fitting to the lore. Otherwise, you do get 2 great kill teams, one is very, very good. The Deathwatch is almost a 1-box kill team. As I said, if you wanted to build everyone, you just need 1 more heavy intercessor. But Deathwatch, I'll leave it for their Deathwatch video, but they're very good. They're very good. I expect to see a lot of Deathwatch teams. The models are great. They're really cool. I like how they do have a bit of a chunky mold line here and there, but otherwise they're great kits. Really a nice evolution of the Primaris set and a great update to the Deathwatch range. Then you've got the Canoptek Circle, which are a perfect 1-box team. The leader's a bit finicky to put together, but otherwise I like how the team plays. I think they're definitely harder to play, but are much better into elites. So at least for this box, they're doing pretty good. And, this edition is kind of the elite edition. So they are very good. And remember, they do have the Shadow Realm gun. And remember, when your Cryptek uses its rock power, just remember to shout, "I cast rock," just like rock and stone. Just eat it. It's great. Eat my rock. It's really fun. I actually like the Canoptek Circle a lot. They're a bit finicky with their Nexus, but otherwise they're very good. And then, yeah, it's just a great set. It is going to be annoying for me to paint. I think I've figured out a way to paint the whole set, especially the terrain. The terrain is going to be pain. But otherwise, this is great. Going purely off the releases and how Games Workshop are not only appealing just to competitive players, but the narrative players as well, is really good. I think this is a great box. It's actually really fun to play. And whether you're a competitive or casual player, you're going to love this box. Hopefully it doesn't sell out too quick. I mean, it's probably already sold out, but it's such a great box. It's a really good way to jump in if you're a new player. The only downside is it doesn't have a core rulebook. I think it would have been great if it had a core rulebook. So, kind of helping people jumping on if they're new to the game. But otherwise, this is great. And if you're a new player, if you buy this, you don't really need to buy anything else except maybe the Volca set if you wanted to have a variation of Killzone playstyles. Otherwise, that's not necessary. It's just a great box. And as long as Games Workshop keep doing this for Kill Team, it looks really good, and I'm really happy about it, and I would highly recommend it. But that's pretty much it for me today. Please remember to like and subscribe as well as comment. Let me know what you thought of today's video. What do you think of Tomb World? Did you like the video? What do you think? Let me know. And remember, I've got a Discord you can check out for free in the episode description below, and a affiliate link at Among Games, and a affiliate link at Discord code at Crossfire Games, and a Patreon if you want to give me some more support. I'm just going to shout out my patrons. So for my adepts of the crit, I have Tom, the Houston Toad, Supercow, Nick, Mr. Meatwad, Marshall, Lucas, Graham, Fangzu, Draken, Dan, Dada Goldens, Chris, Alex, Amorphium, and Alexis. So thank you so much for all your support. It really means a lot to me and helps support the channel. But yeah, remember, I've got reviews for both approved ops and the 2 separate kill teams, Canoptek Circle and Deathwatch. Check those out. I'm pretty hyped. I mean, not from a balance standpoint, but you get it. But otherwise, yeah, I appreciate the vibe of these kill teams. I'm actually really looking forward to painting up the Canoptek Circle. I might actually play them. I'm tempted, very tempted. Deathwatch, my gosh, oh dear. But it's fine, you know, it's fine, don't worry about it. And I just have to paint up all this terrain. But remember, no matter how deep you go into Tomb World, there's always a chance to win, as long as you can roll a crit.